Ways, it is officially day 137 since we first went into quarantine. But right now, I want us to forget all about that and go back to the beginning of 2020, specifically New Year's Eve. Do you remember it? So many people, so many non-social distancers, so many people having the time of their lives. We had such high hopes for what was to come in 2020. I know I was lucky enough to go down to the Four Seasons Anguilla and have the best 35th birthday I could have ever asked for. I thought if this is the beginning of 2020, it is going to be an epic year. So you're probably asking yourself, why am I telling you this? Why am I showing you this? Is it to make you sad, make you hopeful, make you maybe a little bit angry? And the answer is no, no, no. The reason I brought this up to you is to show you how the power of video and voice can really transport you even just for a split second to a different place or a different time. And that's the power of storytelling, and that's truly the essence of a travel blogger or anyone who wants to be in the influencing space. Now in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to launch a travel blog, even if you don't have a professional camera, and even if you're stuck in the basement like me and can't go anywhere. Plus, I'm going to share with you all the trips Wei and I are planning for 2021 because there is an abundance of first-class flights available for basically free using credit card points that we cannot wait to visit in 2021. Now, if you're ready to get started, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and let's buckle in and buckle up. Let's go. Okay. Welcome to Life Tailored. For those of you new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And if you're not already following us on Instagram at Life Tailored and on TikTok at lifetailored.com, we've got a ton of travel inspiration on there. On TikTok, I've been doing a ton of videos talking about safety hacks for flying during COVID to keep you safe and sound. And to those of you out in the Wei family, we are so lucky to have just hit the 17,500 subscriber mark. Thank you to everyone who's commented in the comments, and for everyone who hasn't. It's honestly the bright spot of my day to wake up every morning, drink my coffee, and reply back to your comments. So please feel free to drop any questions, comments, feedback down below of this video. I'm here to help you guys. I like teaching you. It's fun for me, and hopefully you're getting something out of it. So Ways, what you're looking at right here is the Astir Palace, 30 minutes outside of Athens. This is where Wei and I plan to spend Memorial Day of 2020, but instead we've postponed it to May 2021, sometime around Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a special week for us. It's the week we got married down at Ani Villas in Anguilla, so we always try to plan a special trip. What we love about this property itself is the history it has. Back in the 60s, Jackie Onassis, Aristotle, Onassis, and the Beatles all spent time on this property. But in 2018, the Four Seasons group took it over and completely revamped it. You can see the beautiful deck here, the white loungers. Every single one of the rooms has amazing sea views. I can't wait to lie on one of these loungers, have unlimited Aperol spritzes, some Rocky, some of the other licorice sort of stuff. I forgot what it's called now, but I'll remember pretty quickly. And I'll be saying Efaristo, which either means hello or thank you or goodbye, really honing up on our Greek. Now what's great about this property is each one of the rooms has a beautiful sea view. We've stayed a lot of properties where you either have to pick from the bay or the sea, but this property is situated so every single person gets a beautiful view every single time. And the Alfresco Dining, for those of us here in New York, this will look really familiar. So in the event that there's no indoor dining, the Astir Palace is going to have us covered. We can eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, fall asleep right here, pretty much do everything right outside, right by the sea. And the rooms, going back to these guys. So you can see the marble, you can see the expansive deck out there. All of the rooms are bathed in sunlight. Some of the rooms, if you're lucky enough to have them, have a beautiful plunge pool or a massive supersized jacuzzi. However you want to describe this. The grounds themselves are pretty spectacular. Really looking forward to this bar and dining experience. My hope is nobody else is there due to quarantine restrictions, and Wei and I have the entire property to ourselves. We are history buffs. I do love learning about Greek and Roman mythology and history every time we visit the Isles, and this is the Temple of Poseidon. Poseidon was the god of the sea, as well as earthquakes and horses and wind. And if you've ever been to the Greek Isles, you'll know that the wind is pretty vicious, but it also helped, people explore and get around the Mediterranean on a super hot day. It's a cool, refreshing way to take in the ocean and the seaside. The Temple of Poseidon is 45 minutes away from this resort, so it's a really easy day trip. Now, in terms of planning your escape to the Four Seasons, Astir Palace, there's some pretty cool offers they're running right now. For a while, the Four Seasons has been offering the 4th night free. But recently, this is a new offer I'm seeing here. It's a 6th night free. This may be a response to people quarantining for weeks long at a time. And if that's the case, bring it on. Hopefully there'll be a 7th and 14th night free coming up for people who want to spend 2 or 3 or 4 weeks in Athens at the Astir Palace. To me, no trip to Greece is complete without jumping on a boat tour. So I highly recommend checking out TripAdvisor, finding a shared or private experience, and watching the sunset from your own private boat. It is one of the most amazing experiences. And what we plan to do is, after starting our trip in Astir Palace, we're going to head back to either Santorini or one of the other isles. Honestly, this view of Santorini is probably the best view we've ever seen. I'll say that whenever I'm in the dentist chair trying to get away to a happy place, I think of our cavern in Santorini. Just walking out and seeing the caldera, everything is white around you. You have the ocean basically directly below you, and it just looks like you're sitting on top of the world. It's truly a remarkable sight. You've seen the photos. You really have to see it for yourself. There's no time like now to YOLO. So as soon as you get that opportunity, you've got to take a trip to Greece. Now, since this is life tailored, we talk about optimizing your points and miles so you can travel further for free. So here's how we start every flight search, how we're going to book our flight to Athens. Start off on Google Flights. I put in New York to Athens, and I look for a nonstop flight, and then I filter it based on business, first, or economy. Wei and I are pretty bougie now that we've got our points and can fly for free, so we always look for first-class flights. So we've got this Emirates flight here, clocking in at $8,300, and the way to book Emirates is you use their codeshare partner, Alaska Airlines. Alaska Airlines is getting really high ratings for how they're responding to COVID, and they also happen to have an amazing award chart. They frequently also sell airline miles, so if you don't have a ton of Alaska miles, which we do not, I bought up a bunch for like 0.007 cents, and I've been using them for flights ever since. And if you look at just a quick example, we have our flight that's 8,360 divided by 180,000 miles. That's 4.6 cents points per mile. And if you're acquiring them at 0.007, that's a fantastic value. And one quick note for people new to flight hacking is, if you were to redeem your points on Delta or United directly on the Chase website or the Amex website, you're pretty much going to get 1 cent per mile. When you transfer to Alaska or Emirates, you're going to get, again, 4.6 cents. So that's 460% better value. And it's really why you want to learn how to hack points and miles. And I've got a ton of videos talking about that on the channel. Make sure to subscribe, go through the archives, and you'll get caught up in no time. So what you do is you put in your dates on Alaska Airlines and you look for award availability. So right here we can see if you fly EWR to Dubai, then to Athens, we're going to be looking at 180,000 miles. If we do the math, 8360 divided by 180,000, that's going to be 4.6 cents per point, okay? And basically, what you need to know is when you're redeeming your points for cash back, you're going to get 1 cent per point. Here we're getting 466% more points per mile by redeeming with a transfer partner. And that's really the basics of Life Tailored and how we teach you to travel further for free using points and miles. Now, say you don't want to have a connection from EWR to Dubai. You could perhaps do a layover. Wei and I spent one night in Dubai on our way back from Singapore. It was a pretty fun experience. We'd never been there before. Definitely don't recommend going in the summer. It is quite hot. But say you want to fly direct. This is probably how Wei and I are going to fly. So we look at our flight schedule here. One-way, business class, nonstop to Athens. We see United, Emirates, and Delta. Getting the Emirates flights on a one-way is a little difficult. They typically release those within 7 to 14 days of a destination, and we like to book a little further in advance just to make sure everything is taken care of. So what we want to do is head over to United and do those same dates. So we've got New York to Athens, May 21st, award travel. I have economy sorted, but we can see this is a business class flight. So this is 155,000 miles here, and we're looking at 3,100. So 3,119 minus 155. We're getting 2 cents per mile, which is not phenomenal. It's not the best return you can get, but again, it's 100% better than redeeming your points for cash. You can see there's pretty much any seat you want in this business class cabin, and this is how you book flights to the destination of your dream using points and miles. Now, if you guys are wondering how can you get 155,000 Chase points, well, Chase is if you're wondering how do you get 155,000 United points, I'll tell you that Chase is a transfer partner of United. And earlier this year, the Chase Inc. Business Preferred card was offering a 150,000 point sign-up bonus. You did have to spend, I believe it was $10,000 or $15,000, and these sort of terms change all the time. So make sure to check the terms of the website. This video may not be the most accurate right now, so always check the terms down below or on the Chase website. But if you signed up for 2 of those cards, that would be 300,000 miles, more than enough, close to enough points to fly business class to Athens for 2 people or 1 person round trip. Now, in terms of this video itself, I wanted to thank our amazing sponsors, Vidyard. They're teaching both me and you how easy it can be to record our screens and build a travel blog experience here. What I did was just pull up a bunch of images from the web, trying to illustrate the trip that we want to take, how we plan out our trips, and showing you guys what we're doing here. Hopefully this inspires you to check out Astir Palace as well as install Vidyard, because it's free, it's super easy, and it's the best way to start a YouTube channel if you want to put your voice in front of videos and images. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and I've got another video coming up soon. I think you guys are really going to love it. Click play right after I drop off here. I'll see you guys there.